And there is so much harm that comes from drug prescriptions. One credible estimate suggests that the third most common cause of death globally after heart disease and cancer is prescribed medications. This is a dirty secret within medicine. We should shift our approach to health from a predominantly drug-based model within healthcare to one which is more based on lifestyle. So what is that? The first thing that needs to be done by 2030 is estimated that about 23.3 million people will die yearly because of heart disease globally. And there are 100 million people taking statins on the world. But the increase in life expectancy with statins over a 5-year period, 4.2 days.
How do I prevent myself ending up on either statins or having a heart attack?
This is really important information. So,
quick one before we get back to this episode. Just give me 30 seconds of your time. 2 things I wanted to say. The first thing is a huge thank you for listening and tuning into the show week after week. It means the world to all of us, and this really is a dream that we absolutely never had and couldn't have imagined to get into this place. But secondly, it's a dream where we feel
from drug prescriptions. This is something
I don't really play any games these days. I was playing Fortnite, and I was playing Fortnite for a while, but I just don't really play anymore. I need to get a new controller. My controller's ass. I need to get a new controller.
One credible estimate suggests the third most common cause of death globally.
Thank you for the subscription, Sony.
Is prescribed medications, what your doctor prescribes for you so-called appropriately, mainly because the information which doctors use to make decisions for patients when it's prescribing drugs invariably is based upon a gross exaggeration on the safety and the benefits of those drugs.
Should I go live tonight?
First do no harm, which is the original phrase that you span for the time.
Oh, Roached. You want to get blocked? Roach wants to get blocked. Were you making, what, jokes about my body? I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant.
Practice medicine, treat patients. That's at the forefront of our mind.
Yep, I was. Okay, you're blocked, loser. Bye.
Professional title.
Fucking losers.
Does that mean
Yeah, I was talking about your body. Yeah, you might be pregnant. Okay. Alright. But my issue is I like to argue with people, and then I'll end up getting myself fucking banned, so I have to make sure I don't do that. Thanks, Jubby.
In cardiology, which is basically everything to do with the heart, and then within that subspecialization of cardiology or specialization of cardiology, I train in interventional cardiology. In layman's terms, Steve, that means keyhole heart surgery. So that's what I trained to do. And I did that, up until probably 2014, 2015. And then I shifted more towards a more holistic approach to managing heart disease, especially looking at the science.
Yeah, I don't know. I asked him, are we trying to make fun of my body? He was like, yep.
Changes can manage heart disease.
Okay. Hola, free Palestine. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be restored and free.
But within the NHS, which I think trains doctors brilliantly, it's a very high, intense workload. We have the highest capita population per doctors in Europe. So least number of doctors per population in the country. And the most number of doctors on night shift. So it's quite intense. And because of that, I was thinking back in terms of the patients I would see on the wards and the throughput and the people that I would see, in the what we call cardiac catheter lab, where we did the diagnostic angiograms to visualize the heart arteries and put stents in, etc. Over my career, I've probably managed tens of thousands of patients.
Why did you choose to specialize in...
Right now, I am working on this stuff that I have to do for my spicy...
Was there something...
Yeah, I
content organization type of thing.
One trigger very early on in my life is, I grew up in a medical family, both my parents were GPs, and I had an older brother who had Down syndrome, and which also meant he had a small hole in his heart as well. And when I was 11 and he was 13, shortly after his birthday, he got a tummy bug. Standard tummy bug, we didn't think anything of it. Within 6 days he became breathless and rapidly deteriorated, got admitted to hospital and died. And Later on, it emerged, the post-mortem showed his heart was massively enlarged, and essentially it's something called viral myocarditis. It can happen actually to any